Okay, so let me try to do a quick sketch of this beautiful bird. To start out with, I'm going to use Sketchmaster 2 because this brush is, this brush is nice and thick. So first, I'm just going to try to get an overall just circle just to show where his head is. Make sure I lock this, lock the exposure. Okay, so I'm going to just do a circle just to kind of give me a base as to where everything is. So he has these, let me move this down a bit. So he has this real nice plumage. I think that's the right word. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to sort of make the shape of it. So I'm just trying to match this overall shape of everything. Okay, so his head would be here, kind of comes around. This sort of comes out and then down. So I'm trying to keep it real simple. Okay, and then the beak is sort of around here. And he has the lower part of his beak, a little bit of space here underneath his head, and then the rest comes down. And this kind of comes out like this. So this is my really, really rough sketch. And this is my cheat. This sort of helps me do my real sketch on top of this. So I just put in a lot of this information here, so it's almost like I'm tracing now. Okay, so for his eyes, I see that his eye is pretty close to his beak, so I'm not going to make it too far away. I will make it a little bit bigger, and I'm just drawing a line like I always do, and then a nice big almond-shaped eye here. And then like I always do, that little eye socket. Okay, so now that I have my cheat rough sketch, I can take Sketchmaster 2, which is, a lot harder of a brush, and then I can just sort of follow this. So I'm just thinking of all of these as shapes. So we have this arc here, kind of comes around, and then I just make that into a smile, like that. It's important to pay attention to all of this little detail, like that. So I'll just do that same thing here. And then we'll make his little lower jaw. Like so. Now we have the eye, so I'll just make my line underneath. And his big almond-shaped eye, and then I make the back of the eye darker. So I use the outside line to just make this really thick. And this actually might be tilted a little bit, up a little bit too much, so I'm just going to tilt it down a little bit. That's better. And then I'll make his little eye socket area. And the eye socket area, again, gives me a guide to where I might want to put this dark line that sort of implies an eyebrow. So for all of these little kind of fur / feathers, I'm just going to do a little bit of these, just like that, just to kind of imply that that's there. And then I'm just going to do these nice, and make him a little bit smaller, bring him down a little bit. So here I just want to stick to my sketch and try to just stay. I'll try to just work these lines and just follow the sketch, or follow the actual bird, and also follow my sketch. Here I'll just start doing some lines, because you can see these are all kind of broken up. So I'll just do some lines like so. I'll just darken up some of these just so it has some shape. And that sort of goes off into his back. And then we'll just go, and he has all these soft little feathers here, so I'll just add soft little pops of feathers like that. Here, I'll just give him a little tongue, and then color in. And then we can just put the eye wherever we want him looking. We'll have him sort of looking at us. And then I'm going to take the eraser, and I'm going to lower the opacity down to 30. I'll lower it down to 30%. So I'm using the eraser, and I'm just using the graffiti brush. But it's only on 30%, so it'll only erase 30%. And then if I bring it back to 100, and I'll just give him a nice little pop right there. And then you have this nice little sketch. And instead of adding, if I was going to color this, I would add all the colors, but for now I'll just use Sketchmaster 2. And I'll just sort of imply this color here, this color change. And I'll just use various pressures. You should never press too hard on the Apple Pencil, but definitely just enough so you get a nice color change. And we'll give his beak a little bit of a, and then I always make this a little bit darker too, his little eye socket area. I'm gonna give him a little shadow, like that. Okay, my laundry's done, and our little bird is done. So let me move him a little closer. So this is the actual bird, and then we have my little cartoon. I could even kind of imply the other eye on this side too. Since I made this so high, I can imply the other eye on the other side. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at DrugFreeDave. And don't forget to join my private Facebook group, Procreate Tutorials and Guidance. Check me out on Facebook. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. And as always, keep drawing, and I'll see you in the next video.